Hi everybody, my name is Shannon. Welcome to my channel, Another Yarn. It is Christmas Eve. Can you believe it? Oh my goodness, it is. I cannot believe how fast this year has gone by. I don't know what your traditions are. I know in this household, we do everything on Christmas Eve. That's just how I grew up, and the house is going to be, later on, the house is going to be noisy and full of chaos. We're going to have the kids over and the grandkids, and there'll be wrapping paper everywhere because I believe in wrapping everything. I mean, literally everything. If it can be wrapped, it's going to get wrapped. And I kind of regret that at the moment because everything's not wrapped yet. So I have to spend a couple hours wrapping everything so then a few hours later, it can all be peeled open and destroyed. But it's fun. It's a tradition. What are you doing this year? Do you celebrate on Christmas Eve? Do you celebrate on Christmas Day? Do you not celebrate at all? You don't have to, right? That is totally up to you. Oh my goodness. It is absolutely amazing. I have been, as a crafter, just furiously knitting and crocheting as fast as I possibly can, making things for people who will be here for our celebration and making things for others. One of the projects that I'm working on, it so coincidentally works out to be Sunday, and I've been trying to do things just for others on Sunday. It just seemed fitting and it seemed right. I'm working on blankets for Camp Boggy Creek. And I got one, where's it at? I got one done. I did. This blanket, look at that, is finished. It is so bright and so cheery and so happy. I absolutely love it. And I'm really happy I ended up going to Joann's and getting this orange. I had the other ones. I had the yellows and kind of gradiating out, but I thought it needed a brighter orange. And doesn't everything need a brighter orange? If you're not an orange person, you're like, ew, no, I don't think so. I love orange. There you go. So this right here is a blanket. It is a combination of a granny square and the virus shawl. So I've got a little bit of both, and I've got my 40-inch square. So if you do decide to donate to Camp Boggy Creek, the size parameters are 30 to 40 inches wide and 40 to 50 inches long, right? So 30 to 40 wide, 40 to 50 long. And so a 40-inch square is the sweet spot, right? So one of the things I like about this is this is not the first year that they've been collecting. Nancy from She's Got Yarn Too is the one that is the point person collecting these, right? So we're mailing them to Florida. The camp is in Eustis, Florida. So we're mailing them to Nancy, and Nancy's taking to the camp. Last year, they donated well over 300 blankets for Camp Boggy Creek. This year, their goal is into the 700 plus, and I believe they're going to make it. I really do. Who knows? Might get 1,000, right? Because crafters are so loving, so caring, and so giving. And you know what? If you don't want to ship something, that is okay. Shipping is expensive. If I'm in Colorado, so it's going to be a little bit to get it to Florida. That's okay. Donate local, whether it's a hat or a scarf, or it doesn't matter. Whatever the need happens to be, if you have it within your ability to do so, you've got the time, the energy, the resources, by all means. You don't have to tell anyone about it. You can, but you don't have to. You can just be the silent, anonymous donor, and there's nothing wrong with that. Lots of different ways to give back. There really, really are. Like I said, this is what I'm working on right now, taking a break from wrapping presents and looking at this and realizing I've got to get these in the mail too. So I have this one that is done, and I am so thrilled with it. And then I grabbed this, and I'm working on this one. It is another one. As I love this colorway, and I like this. I was able to get it flatter, and I'm doing that more of the oblong. I want it to be really encompassing the majority of that size parameter. I didn't want to do another square, so I thought, well, how do I change this? And I was able to do it. So I've got the double greens on that. And then the next color, I'm going to start going into the blues up until it gets to the size that it needs to. So I don't know how many blues I'll use. I've got 3 different colors of blue. Yeah, 3, 4, 4, 5. I've got quite a few different colors. I have to find them, right? As it was, when I went to Joann's the other day, I got this color green, right? I'll have to tell you another story about that later on. My justification, logic, and everything of going shopping. You'll love it. It's hilarious. So I got this so I could finish that one off. And then I got the other blues to go with it. And I was thinking, because I have my Christmas socks done and I finished the one blanket, I want to start another. I got some of the orchid color, and I might have gotten lilac. I don't remember. And I know I have grape. So I've got some purples, right? I don't think I've got the pinks to go with it, but I was wanting to do another gradiating. And right now, the Granny Square / Virus shawl, whatever you want to call this, is easy. And you know, it's easy, it's beautiful, it has a great result to it. It's kind of a mindless, comfortable crochet project, and who doesn't love that? It's the holidays. It's easy to get stressed. Don't get stressed. It's okay. You know, your loved ones won't care if the package isn't wrapped beautifully. I had to tell myself that earlier today okay. So far I have wrapped a grand total of four packages. 4. That's it. All right. I have a bunch of other stuff because like I said, I wrap everything, you know, everything. It doesn't matter, right? So I've got 4 things wrapped, and my dad taught me how to wrap packages when I was a little girl, and he did it beautifully. It was, you know, it was so beautiful. He had me believing in Santa Claus, and I mean it like this. I was adopted 12 days before I turned 10 years old. So I turned 10 years old, and that was my first Christmas with my parents. I mean, it was magical, so magical. So I grew up, we opened our presents on Christmas Eve, and then Santa brought whatever Santa brought Christmas Day. So the only thing underneath the tree on Christmas is what Santa Claus brought. That's it, you know, so it wasn't like you were getting 100 presents or whatever. Santa Claus doesn't do that, right? You know, maybe in your household, but in my household, he didn't. So I had a couple presents under there, and they were wrapped. I mean, they were meticulously wrapped. The creases, everything was well creased. The paper was folded over and creases on that, and it was taped down. It was perfect. There wasn't a flaw in it. It was so beautiful. I didn't think a person was able to do that. Years later, my mom told me that he spent hours wrapping those presents just to get them perfect, to see the look on my face. And he did such an amazing job. Like I said, I didn't think a person could have done it. There was just no way. So I was reminded of that as I'm wrapping the presents for my grandkids. And, as I was starting to fold the paper under, like my dad taught me, and making the creases. And my dad was very good on conserving paper too, right? So, I'm really good at playing Tetris and wrapping things. And it dawned on me as I was starting to, get a little overwhelmed with how many I have to wrap, because I set myself up like that, right? I did it 100%. And it's like, the kids won't matter. It's okay. Now, the special thing my dad did, that's different. But the kids, they're not going to really care one way or the other. Is it wrapped? And, there you go. Do I have gift bags? Maybe put it in a gift bag, right? Those things aren't worth getting stressed over. The pies are done. They're out of the oven. I did not burn them. Yay, right? They didn't look raw, and they're not burned. So yay me. And it's okay. Look at the things that are important. And that's really what should be worked on as far as that on the holiday spirits, the holiday time period. Whether you celebrate Christmas or not, you can definitely understand and celebrate the joy. You can celebrate the love. And hopefully you're with someone, family, friends, something along that line. And if you have the means to invite a family member or a friend or that single person that doesn't have family or friends or anything around, invite them in. Have a nice meal together. There you go. Well, everybody, I just wanted to show you the beautiful blankets that I'm working on for Camp Boggy Creek that will bring a smile to a child's face. I'll have some of the information on where to send that to Nancy. They have to be to her by the end of January, and then sending them off. But if you do make some and you don't get it done in time, that is okay. donate it local. If you have someplace to donate local. If you don't, hold on to it, because the blanket drive is going to continue next year. And I believe they started it up around August time period. So just hold on to it, and that's okay. And don't stress if you don't get it done in time. If you decide to jump on the bandwagon and make a blanket 1, 2, 3, it doesn't matter. Don't stress. There's no reason to stress. Just give it to somebody next year. Somebody will love it. Somebody will see all the love that you put into it, and they will appreciate it. And it doesn't matter what year it gets done. It will get done, and it will make somebody happy. It'll give them joy. All right, everybody, I'm going to take off right now. Hopefully, you will see me sometime later today, this evening, probably this evening. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to push it off till tomorrow, actual Christmas Day, because I'm also working on the Arnie and Carlos Christmas stocking Advent calendar knit along. And December 24th, Christmas Eve, is the last day, but my house is going to be full of people. I don't know when I'm going to get a chance to get that filmed and get that uploaded. So if it's not here tonight, I will have it tomorrow, and we can all see what it looks like. Right now, I have no clue. I have some guesses. So far, the last 3 or 4 of my guesses have been wrong, so don't take my guesses to heart. Right? All right, everybody. You guys have a great day, night, evening, whatever it happens to be, and I will talk to you again later. Bye-bye.